This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. IAAF elections are over and done with in Beijing, China, and the Bahamas has made its mark once again. Pauline Davis-Thompson has been re-elected to the main council, while Dennis Marshall also got in on the women's committee. No tallies were given for either. Now, Lord Sebastian Coe, who the B3 is back for the presidency, he also won. The former English distance runner beat former Ukraine pole vaulter Sergei Bubka 1:15.97. Now, Bubka, he was then voted in as the first vice president. The newly elected board will take office on the 31st of August after the conclusion of the IAAF World Championships. The St. Louis Billikens were in town recently for the Bahamas Basketball Federation's Summer of Thunder Series, and they put some of their off time to good use by visiting the Hay Street Community Basketball League.
As a community leader, this is one of the programs I put in place where we have international college team come in and talk with the young Bahamian people to show them that if they do good in school and study hard, you can end up like one of these players.
It's good that we having our team come down here, and sharing our knowledge to the younger youth in this neighborhood and teaching them the game. I can relate to a lot of these young guys and these people in this neighborhood. There's a lot of people here, that might be less fortunate, but they still have a good heart and they like to help other people. So it's good to give everyone a chance.
We wanted to do something that we could reach out to the community, and certainly what Scrooge is doing in this community with all these guys and ladies is a tremendous thing. So we're just trying to connect with them, and that's what's tremendous about sports. Sports really intertwines people.
Over in Eleuthera, basketball took center stage last weekend in Gregorytown, and come this weekend, it's on to Harbor Island.
That's a tournament we normally do every year. This year we just want to make it much bigger and better. And like I said, this summer we had so many teams in our program this summer. I'm going to invite everybody to this tournament, but we're going to have on Friday this back to school tournament where, it's like giving the kids them something to do.
After being elected president of the New Providence Basketball Association last weekend, Eugene Horton is now looking ahead to the 2015-2016 season, which is just a couple of months away.
The season is going to probably start the second week in November, and there's plenty of work to do. So actually up until yesterday, I was meeting with some folks, putting letters together and so forth that we're going to send out to sponsors. Because what we want to do, the first thing, A.F. Adley Gym is in need of repairs. I'm going to, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to try and meet with the principal and first of all introduce myself as the new president, and we do a walk through the gym and try partner with them to improve the gym and make it comfortable for the fans. Because I don't know if you've been in there recently, it's pretty dark, the floor needs repair, it's pretty hot in there, and we have plans to, with the permission of the school, to improve that. And, Hugh Campbell is played in there, so by the time Hugh Campbell comes, we can, they can take advantage of that as well.
Despite just returning from a Pony League tournament in Washington, D.C., members of the JBLN softball program continue to put practice time in at St. Andrew's Field of Dreams, and it's been paying off.
The time I started, I have improved tremendously, and I've also seen a lot of the girls improve a lot too. So it's always a good workout. Every time we come out, and we get better and better every time.
They've improved my game on the whole. It's a pleasure coming out here. Met new friends and improved my game as in throwing, batting, and fielding.
When I first came, I was a horrible batter and I was scared of the ball, but then Bishop went through all the fundamentals and he taught me how to not be afraid and get in front of the ball and to swing down instead of swinging up. I play first and outfield, and they taught me how to field the ball by keeping my eyes on the ball instead of putting my head up when the ball comes.
Gladiator Championship Wrestling's Bash in the Bahamas show will take place on Saturday, August 29th at Arawak Key, and this is just another example of how the 242 will benefit from sports tourism.
I'm hoping now to try to get the Minister responsible for tourism to tie into some of the events that we're doing. They're going, I believe, down to Zando Beach, I believe, and other parts of Nassau. and then they're going to move throughout the length and breadth of our country, the Bahamian Islands, and back to South Andres, and then we've been invited to so many other islands, and so we're going to allow them to visit islands such as Crooked Island and Exuma and Long Island, and so that the other islands could get a taste of what this group is bringing to the Bahamas in such a positive way in helping to make the Bahamas a better place. ZNS certainly is going to be the host media for this event, and we look forward to tying hands together to assure that the entire world, because it will not only be in the Bahamas, but it'll go worldwide. And so all of the major networks throughout the length and breadth of the world will be in the Bahamas. So it'll be a great event to see what happens as the exposure of the Bahamas go abroad.
Water polo isn't one of the most popular sports here in the Bahamas, but there are a number of opportunities for those who want to get involved.
We want to go to Cuba. We want to. It's just just a friendly game, and in the next years there will be here the Carifta and the CCAC, and the other thing is we want to go to Pompano Beach in February, but we all this figure out when and how, because we got a lot of different ages, and the other thing is we want to go to Orlando with the big guys, with the under 18 almost, and the coaches join there. So we got a lot of different competitions around the world, but we need more players first.
And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.